Little grebes are diving water birds, infamous for their aquatic escapology. The slightest disturbance and they make an instant exit. There's no doubt about it, little grebes are incredibly wary birds. And when you come to a lake like this, if they're here, guaranteed they'll pop up right over on the other bank. In fact, I've never come anywhere like this and got a decent photograph of them. So I've enlisted the help of wildlife photographer David Plummer. David invents ingenious ways to get close to his subjects, and he's got just the thing to get me close to a little grebe. David, you're going to have to explain this bizarre contraption to me.
Yeah, it does look a little bit strange, but it's actually a floating hide. It's very effective at getting close to some of the much shyer birds that are out there. To get good shots, we've got to get close. I took these last season.
Wow.
So moorhen, great crested grebe. It's the low angle that gives it an intimacy.
How close do you think you are there when you took that shot?
Within 2 metres.
Do you think we're going to get anything like this today?
I'm hopeful, yeah, very.
David has built me my own floating hide, and I'm planning to test it out on the lake at Winkworth Arboretum, where we've spotted a little grebe nest. So it's time to prepare our hides, get into our dry suits, and head out onto the water. It's a whole different perspective being out here on the water. I feel like I'm in the swamplands of Louisiana, not Surrey. This is a pretty unusual way to start a day out photographing, but I'm intrigued to see how it's going to work. I may look like a talking bush, but as I'm not casting a human silhouette, the bird shouldn't see me as a threat. At least, that's the plan. What's great about this hide is I'm just not fixed in one position. I can just really easily swing around. Oh, crikey. Got myself stuck. No. Oh. So I got my foot caught in between some branches. Now there's a little duckling coming just in front of me here. I haven't reached the grebe yet, but the duckling could be an ideal opportunity to begin to get to grips with being in this hide. I'm completely covert. None of the birds seem to mind me being here. I feel like a spy on the lake. I can actually communicate with David using walkie-talkies. So David, do you think it'd be a good time to stop? You think this is the moment we should just see whether she's happy with us?
She looks pretty relaxed, so I would just stay there, hang fire for a little while.
Stopping at about 5 metres away from the nest, I start to take my first images. This is a typical little grebe nest, a floating platform made of leaves, close to the water's edge. The adult birds cover the eggs with the leaves, protecting them from predators. It's a beautiful day, but the trees are blocking out the light, so I'm going to use something us photographers call fill flash, and that's just enough flash to provide a bit of extra oomph to the foreground of the picture. While the birds appear relaxed, I decide to see just how close I can get. In summer, little grebes have a bright chestnut throat and cheeks, and I want to capture that in my shots. I must be now, what, 1.5 metres away. I just can't believe you can get this close to such an incredibly shy bird. Mission accomplished. David and I have managed to sneak in undetected and make the most of our covert encounter.